Hello. Hi, everyone. Happy Saturday. EG here. And welcome to all of you who are already joined in. Wild Horses, you were the first one to comment. Thank you. And Dennis, thank you for your comments. Yes, France will be here. Europe will be here before I know it. It's like 4 weeks from tomorrow that I'm actually leaving on the trip. I technically I'm not in France till the 26th of February, but yes, it's coming like a freight train. Anyway, yes, bonjour. Wild Horses, Liddell, welcome. Cindy, Leanne, guten Tag. Actually, it's probably good evening, which I forget. Is that Guten Morgen? I don't know. Anyway, Philomena, welcome. Dennis, again, and Wild Horses. Jennifer, welcome in. Bronwyn from Australia. Thank you guys for the hearts over there. Marie, hi, everyone. Hi, Marva Menard. Marvelous. I love that. That's cute. I like it. Donna, welcome. Yes, they're in a heat wave. Aren't you in a heat wave, Bronwyn, in Australia right now? I think so. You were the last time. Oh, it's Guten Abend. That's right. Guten Abend. That's right. I used to know that as a kid because, I lived in Germany. So I forgot Abend. Yeah. Brian, welcome in from Seattle. Hi, Kai. You're back in Oslo. I think you were back in Oslo last Saturday, too. So I'm sure you had a wonderful time in Spain, though. Noreen, welcome in. Be happy. I love your emojis. And Maria, welcome. And Carol and Marcia from Portugal. Oh, I'm glad you made it to my live too, story of her life. Welcome in from Canada. And hi, John, see you too. Greetings to you as well. So I love the emoji. You guys are doing hearts and what's the other thing? I can't tell what it is. Anyway, I'm looking over there like, what is that? And hi, Flora Lee. So welcome in, everyone. Happy Saturday. I hope your weekend's going okay. It's beautiful here. It's cold, but sunny. We were supposed to have snow, but it passed us by, apparently. So hi, Be Happy. Thank you for the hearts. Yeah, so I'm doing my usual Saturday thing after this and going for a walk and going to Starbucks and might be filming something. I don't know. Just if you guys noticed, I did not have a video out yesterday. I don't always have 2 videos a week, so I always have 1 video a week plus a live stream. But sometimes I have 2 videos a week, and yesterday I just couldn't make one happen. I'll be telling you guys what I was doing this week, though, and I did film a little bit of it. That'll go out this coming week, either Tuesday or Friday. I'm not really sure which day I'm going to post that. So, hi, Elaine from England. It's freezing there. Yeah, I would expect, I guess. This is January still. And we're cold here, but I love cold. I've told you guys this before. I love it when it's cold but sunny. That's like my favorite. I like cold weather. I just like sun with it. So, oh my gosh, you're going to be 40 degrees Celsius tomorrow. That is hot. That is hot. When I was in Africa with the Peace Corps years ago, I remember I lived in the north of Togo, and it's very dry. It's on the edge of the Saharan zone for Sahara Desert. And when in the hot season, it would get to like 42 degrees, like regularly. That's hot Celsius. By the way, I'm going to have to start thinking in the metric system, which I haven't done in a long time. So anyway, welcome to some of the rest of you. Kimberly from Texas, John the Whisk, welcome in. Oh, Marie, when you say chocolate place, you had me at chocolate place. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I hope so. I don't know if on this trip, if I will be able to. It depends if I get to stay longer, and that all depends on YouTube income. So we'll see. Hi, Linda. Welcome in. I know, Vera, you're from Finland. I was watching one of my YouTube people that I watch. Her name is Eva Zubek. You guys may see her. She does a like adventure travel and stuff. I just love her. She's been on this like I guess going into northern Finland. No, maybe Sweden. I guess she's in Sweden. Anyway, and she's been driving through places in the last couple weeks, I would guess, and there's no snow in parts. And I'm like, how is that possible in the winter in Scandinavia? But I guess you're having a unseasonably warmer winter. Hi, Sandy. Hi, Jason. Hi, James. Welcome in, James. I hope you're doing well. Hi, Edie. Bonjour. Joni, welcome. Janet, is it still your birthday? Or I thought it was your birthday like last week. Lisa, hi. MSR. Yeah, I know. Jean-Marc's not here. It's like not a live stream, apparently. He's always here. MSR, welcome in. Lee, hi. Hey, Lozano. I know. And then for those of you who don't live in the United States, our southern states got coated in snow. I mean, New Orleans, which I have never known to have snow, had like a foot of snow. And so it's just crazy. Just crazy. I know, Dennis. I really like Eva Zubek. For those of you who like adventure travel, she's a young woman. She's in her 30s. She kind of lives the life I would have wanted to live if I'd had her guts to do it when I was young. So I vicariously enjoy her adventures because I would never do most of the stuff she does, but she's great. And she is very philosophical. And no, this is not a sponsored video for her. I really do like her channel. Hi, Esther. Hi, Jess. James is doing snow. You didn't have snow in Phoenix, did you, James? Hopefully not. It has snowed in Phoenix. I was in Phoenix one time. Oh, I don't remember the year now. And we actually had like maybe just an inch of snow, but we actually had snow in Phoenix. So, hi, Anxiety Guy. That's a great title. Oh, I'm glad you caught the live stream. So you must be overseas somewhere. Hi, Noreen again. Yeah, it's been cold in Florida. Yeah, it's a weird winter. It really is. John, I can't help it. I put it on minimal advertisement. I have to do some because otherwise I make no money on a live stream. So, I put it on minimal. So I don't know why there'd be a lot. Okay, so let's talk. Let me tell you a couple things. I mentioned that I just, had the one video, which, anyway, 4 weeks to go till my big trip. And I was up till midnight last night sorting. I have to send this box of stuff to my best friend in Oregon of photos and letters. And I was sorting what was most important to send to her and what I can just keep in the storage here that's not as important. And it was tough. And I was watching like a apocalyptic zombie movie while I was doing it, which seemed appropriate. But anyway, it's 4 weeks. This week is going to be, I am plunging in this week. I'm going to be as busy as I can be. I'll tell you a couple things I got done in this last week, though. I went to Reno and got my international driver's license. And I'll share a clip of that in a video this coming week. I also got for those of you that live in the UK, I did get my UK visa. The ETA visa that you do online. And I wanted to share with you what that process was like. That just came out January 8th. And so I just went online like in the evening. It was like 5 or 6 in the evening. And you have to put in your passport number. And then you have to take some photos. You have to take this, I guess it's like a biometric scan that it does with your phone. And then you have to take a regular photo, and then it scans your chip in your passport. And you have to do all that. And then you have to answer some questions. And then I thought it was going to take, it says it takes up to 3 days to get that visa, but it approved me like in half an hour. So I guess I'm cool. And so, yeah, it's good for 2 years, the UK ETA visa. Of course, the European Union is going to have the ETIAS visa, which is going to be, I guess, sometime this summer. I don't know how I'm going to do that if I'm already over there. I guess I just do it online. I don't know. But anyway, I got that, and it's good for 2 years. It cost me $12 and change. It's 10 pounds, but converted to dollars, it's $12. So yeah, that was efficient. Now there was another thing I tried to do, but it's not completed yet. I was trying to get myself an address, a mailing address for while I'm gone, because I don't, I won't have a place to live here. So I went online for this, and I'm bashing them. I'm going to bash them on this live stream because I'm really unhappy with how this is going. So it's, the company's called iPostal One, and they have tons of different postal. I don't think it's just even in the US. I think it might be worldwide. I'm not sure. And so I'm glad you guys are still just chatting over there. Yeah. Thank you. Anyway, I thought it was going to be pretty straightforward. I mean, I've gotten boxes before that are mailing addresses, and as long as you show your ID and like an actual like proof that you have an address at the time you're taking it out, usually it's no problem. And so anyway, I go on there to do this, and this was worse than the frickin' UK ETA visa thing. I mean, just to get a mailbox. Now, I appreciate that they're trying to weed out like people doing criminal things and stuff like that. But I actually passed their initial muster. You have to answer questions that only you would know off your credit report or whatever, like past places you've lived, past cars you've had. You have to indicate, what is true or whatever. I passed all that. I uploaded my license, and since I don't have a car, I had to use like my lease agreement. But my lease agreement is weird here because it's a HUD property, and we don't have a typical lease. We sign a lease amendment every year, but technically there's no like year lease kind of thing. It's all technically month to month. Anyway, the point is, bottom line is, I go through all this. I have to pay an extra $25 to have an online notary actually do a Zoom call with me to verify it's me, the face on the license, and to ask me questions. She signed off on it. Everything was good. Then I hear from their legal, iPostal One has like a law office person, like a lawyer. And then he says, oh, well, this lease isn't good enough. Like, we need something with both your signatures, and like you have to have an end date on the lease. And I got the thing with the signatures because I didn't realize that was a big deal, but apparently I got that, and I uploaded it. And then he goes, oh, you're going to have to talk to the people at the postal, blah, blah, blah. And so I still don't have it resolved. And if they're trying to just weed out that you're who you say you are, I've already proved that. So I don't, for a stupid box. So anyway, my point is, I may go with a different company. Now, of course, they took my payment immediately for the first month, even before I got approved for it. It's like, people, anyway, I'm a little mad about that. I took out a box 7 years ago when I was on the road, and it was one of those, it's not technically a PO box. It's a thing where you get like a physical address. And I took out one 7 years ago. It wasn't this complicated. So I know they're getting tougher on security. If you saw my video Tuesday, I had a lot of anxiety because one of my credit cards got co-opted. And, I've dealt with that, and it's not, that it was just an annoyance really, but it does make me worried. And of course, now I went into my other credit cards and I put alerts on there now. Like, you can do that. You go in and put special alerts, like if anybody spends over a certain amount, or actually one of them, they just notify me every time I use it. So good, because that way I know, so anyway. Who's very kind normally? Wild horses. Did I miss that? Oh, you mean back in 77? Okay, I missed that. Yes, Vera, I did. Well, I haven't gotten the new replacement credit card yet, so my account right now is closed until I get the card. But yeah, I hopefully it's resolved. I have backup credit cards that I don't use, so and so I should be fine anyway. But it's just kind of, it's weird how I've realized how much security they use to approve you for things now. And yet, we just keep being inundated by threats to our personal information and our credit cards and our identities. And, it's very sobering, I guess is the word. So anyway, on a lighter note, do you remember? I know some of you were in the chat, but do you remember a number of weeks ago that I shared how I had this doll when I was a kid? I know this is a complete one, like a whole other world topic, but I had this doll that I named Susie that used to freak me out when I was a kid. My parents gave her to me, I think, when I was 7. And I was so afraid, I think, to tell them that she scared me. And I used to tie her up and put her in the closet at night. Okay. Well, I found this picture of me with Susie. So this would have been right around the time I probably got Susie. And now it's a fuzzy picture anyway. You can tell, even though it's a fuzzy picture, that my expression is not happy. And that I'm holding hands with the doll. And the doll and I are wearing the same shoes and socks, it looks like. And we even have like well, I know it's different in the US than in the UK. We're wearing a jumper, which is like a dress. She's actually wearing like a German outfit. It's kind of weird. Anyway, I'm going to put this up so you can hopefully see it. And this is me. And my mother wrote on the back, she goes, Allison and doll. Anyway, okay, here, let me get it to the camera here. There we go. Okay, you guys can see that. All right, that's me. About maybe I was 6 when I got the doll. I may be 6 years old there, and there's Susie, who freaks me out. But look at our shoes and socks. And the fact that I'm sure my dad, who took the picture, told me to hold the doll's hand. I found that when I was going through pictures, and I thought, I got to share that. I got to share that doll. That's like, I have only 2 pictures with her. I have that one and another one, but my sister and my dad are in the other one. So I wanted to just show the one where I was by myself with her. But was it Chatty Cathy? Because I don't remember her talking. Of course, maybe I broke that. I thought you guys would get exactly. Karen's going, I would have tied her up too. I know. She's huge. Yes, Brian, I will be doing that. Yeah, I have to call all my accounts and stuff. But I know what gets me is I had that doll for 2-3 years before I finally told my mom, I think you can just get rid of her. And but I don't think I ever told my parents that I was scared of her. I wasn't scared of her in the daytime. I was only scared of her at night. Anyway, okay. That was our humor for the day. All right, let me share a couple of comments from the week. Now, this one is from, and I don't see her in the chat today, but it's from Stay Tuned. Stay Tuned. She's often in the chat. So anyway, don't keep growing. You guys are funny. Okay. Anyway, she wrote, she made a little poem about anxiety, which I just thought was really clever. So I'm reading her poem. It says, anxiety, below is something I wrote before I found some peace by practicing all that I list. She goes, anxiety encompasses me and tries to hold me as if to cuddle. It's a lie. In truth, it is holding me hostage. But anxiety is having a party with insomnia in the walls of my being, and they have invited depression to drive. Anxiety. Anxiety holds me captive. It explodes inside me. It feels like it is scraping from the inside out. It is siphoning me into oblivion. I'm trying to get it out of me. I move, I pace and punch the sky. I tell it to stop. I wish I could scream. Would it help? My mind is racing. There's no control. I've hit a wall. I can't think. I try to breathe, distract, to think of serene places and play music. I drink something warm and journal. There is no help, no hope. That was, it kind of sums it up for any of you that have anxiety. Yeah, kind of sums it up, doesn't it? So, oh, you guys are on the dolls still. Okay. Oh, it's to Donna. I never related. Yeah, I only liked Barbie dolls, honestly. That was the only doll I enjoyed was Barbie and her friends. Any other kind of doll, like the baby dolls even, wasn't that into them as a kid. So, okay, I was going to read one more. This was a comment that came in this morning. And it's not about anxiety. I just liked it and I haven't responded to this person. I don't know if this person is, I don't think they're in the chat and they might be new. But I really liked her comment. I think it's a she. So I'll just read. She basically talks about how she has a twin and she's in better health than her twin and that. But she said, when I worked at my Monday through Friday job, it's L there 394 is the person who this is. She goes, when I worked at my Monday through Friday job, I remember listening to people who sometimes expressed they wished it was already Friday instead of the day it actually was. I remember thinking how I thought they were actually just wishing their life away. I mean, what if their wish came true and something wonderful would have happened to them one of the days before that upcoming Friday? In other words, thinking, worrying about what's going to happen in the future or when is basically wishing your life away. My motto is to live in the day, but plan for the future. I don't worry about something I can't control, and I always try to simply concentrate on the fact that I am healthy and still able to think for myself and move around on my own. Yes, I agree with you totally. Anyway, she goes, with any luck at all, my mind will go before my body does, and I won't even realize I'm not the person I used to be. But it was a really good comment, really good reminder of living in the moment. And, I have to be reminded of that a lot right now because when you're planning something big and you're doing stuff, I just have to focus on each day. Like, what am I going to do today? And just don't, the future will take care of itself if you take care of today. That's the bottom line. The future will take care of itself if you just focus on today. So, hi, Jan. Hi, one moment in time at a time. Sue, sorry, I probably missed a bunch of you here. Hi, hip plant chick. I like that. Yeah, we need to embrace all the days, John the Whisk. There was John CU2. I think it was a takeoff on an Alfred Hitchcock movie. The high anxiety movie, because the guy was afraid of heights is what it was. So, yeah, I know, Carol. I've worked at jobs too where I didn't like them. And I was always like, oh, I can't wait till it's Friday, But again, when you're young, you think, oh, I've still got plenty of time. I think obviously as we get older, we realize that we are not always going to have plenty of time. So, Yeah, you make the most out of whatever day it is. And then, Friday will get here soon enough, or whatever day it is you're wanting to, arrive. So, oh, I just realized we don't have a moderator today. Not yet, anyway. They might pop in. Thanks, Maureen. Okay, let's see. I've got someone to introduce you to. And but first, let's get those likes up. We only have 54 likes and 181 people here watching. So hit the like. I'm having to be my own moderator here. Hit the like button, please, if you haven't already done so. Well, John the Whisk, it's because I restrict the chat to only people who are subscribed. It just was kind of necessary because we would get random people that would just pop in, and you have to be subscribed for like at least 5 minutes before you can comment. So, okay. Oh, wow. You guys got the likes up to 76, 78. All right. You go. Thank you, guys. I know it's really easy. I have a lot of channels that I watch and I enjoy, and I always have to do a conscious reminder because I always know how important it is to hit the like button on their videos. And a lot of times there are times I have forgotten and I just go, darn, and I'll have to like go back in to just hit the like. So anyway, thank you guys. Whoa, we're up to 86. Look at that go. Let's get to 100. Can we get to 100? We're at 87. Yeah, MSR. Well, it's one of the reasons I restrict it just to subscribers, and people who have subscribed to me generally know we don't talk about that on this particular channel. So, hi, Bobby. Welcome in. Okay. Let me do another quick read of something because we're only about 26 minutes in. Oh, 97 likes. Oh, look at that go. All right. This is just a little inspiration, a couple of paragraphs for you guys today. I mean, I already read you. I thought those comments from viewers were inspirational, but this is called Let Your Spirit Guide You. And this is from the Is It Time to Make a Change book. I have linked that in the description of the live stream through an Amazon link. So if you don't have this yet and you wanted to get it, it's still in print, even though I've had this for probably this particular one for over 20 years. So anyway, it says, let your spirit guide you. There is no place you can go to hide from the thoughts that you keep contemplating over and over inside your mind. There is no place you can venture where your true emotions will be concealed and the secrets of your heart will not show. There is no place in this whole wide world you can travel to where your spirit does not direct or guide you toward your destiny. Life is the experience of being you. No one can ever be something other than who they are. The beauty found in each and every person is the essence of life. Simply, you are who you are. And for whatever time you have to be, you must not try to shadow yourself, but rather express yourself. So I just thought that was really good. I've always believed in that. I've always, hang on, got to have green tea, dry throat. Oh, guys, you got me over 100 likes. Thank you. I've always been a big believer in being yourself, and because I never was good at pretending to be something else. I just wasn't. And I didn't really want to. I think for those of you who watch my channel for a while, you know that I had a mom that always she was very vain. And, but she always tried to be something she wasn't to some degree. She lied about things, but she also she always put on kind of like an act. Like she was born very poor. My mother was born very poor in Mississippi. And she tried to be like a different class of person, I guess, because when she was growing up, I think class was even more of an important issue than it is today. And I say all this with compassion for her, honestly, because as you know, if you've watched my videos, I've forgiven my mom for a lot of her issues. And I realized that she just was very damaged. But yeah, she tried to be something she wasn't. And I always rebelled against that as a child, even as a young child. I just, I didn't want to, I would just wanted to be me. And of course, the process of getting to know ourselves takes time. Like we don't really know who we are at 15. We know who our 15-year-old self is, but we don't really know who really we are until we get older. And, but I always knew that I wanted to be truthful. I was always a very honest kid. It used to drive my mom nuts. It just drove her nuts that I was so honest. And most parents would love an honest child. That's what's so funny. Now, my dad, when he was alive till I was 10, he did appreciate my honesty. But my mom, boy, she just, and I could never, as a child, you can't really argue with your parents. I'm not really. I mean, you're still a child. You're not. So I didn't understand why it was so important to me, but it just was. And, my mom, boy, she tried to just take that out of me, not to be, so that I would be like she was, I think. And I just wouldn't do it. So it caused a rift in us as I was an adult. But anyway, I got into deep thoughts there for a second. But yeah, be you. Just be you. Because you know what? There will always, no matter who you are, there will always be people that like you for you. There will be people that don't like you too. And you just got to be okay with that. I'm always okay with that. It's fine if people don't like me. I think I've shared that story, how when I taught at the community college, there were always students that weren't going to like me. And that's fair. They don't have to like me. If hopefully they still learned something in the class, but they didn't have to like me. So anyway, just be you and be proud of that, unless you're hopefully not a serial killer. I don't know why I just said that. I mean, there are really bad people out there. So I think to myself, yeah, maybe that's not always great. Anyway, thanks, anxiety guy. Did I miss where you're coming from, where you live in the world? Because you said you were at one. So you must be like in Asia somewhere, Middle East, Asia, something like that. Anyway. Okay, now to lighten it up again. This whole live stream has been really deep and then really light. So I told you I would, so you have a channel, The Anxiety Guy. So now I have to watch that. Oh, you're from Dubai. You're living in Dubai. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Good to know. I'll check out your channel. Okay. So I told you I would introduce you to my travel companion. Now, there's lots of, I actually did already name my travel buddy. I was going to open it up to that, but the name just popped right into my head. It had to be this. So I did have to. Yes, that's right, Catherine. So here is Lucy. Lucy is a little llama from Peru. Look at Lucy's eyelashes and her little bridle that goes around to her back there. And then she's got the little ear tag thing with the colorful thing. Isn't she great? Anyway, Lucy the llama. I liked it because Lucy in Spanish is Lucia, and in French it'd be Lucie. And in Italian it would be Lucia. And that name actually is something about into the light or something. So yeah. No, she's not too big to travel, Edie. She's 6 inches. She's going to get squashed into my personal item bag. No, I had to get adorable one. But see, I had to get one with short legs. Somebody commented that it looks like a llama mated with a corgi. But I love her brown fur. I didn't want like a real toy looking one, like with pink or blue furs. I mean, no, I got her with like really beautiful soft tan fur. I love her little top fur area up here. She's very soft. Anyway, I thought I'd tell you a little of her backstory. So we'll sit her down while I discuss this because, she's had a traumatic life. I just want to tell you guys right now. I'm very creative, and I always have to have backstories. I did for all my Barbie dolls when I was growing up. So anyway, Lucy was born on the slopes of Machu Picchu in Peru. Her parents were resident llamas there. And unfortunately, when she became a young adult llama, her parents were both killed in a tragic tourist interaction. But Lucy refused to blame the tourist, and she's always loved the international kind of community. She's a very open-minded llama. So she spent some time in Machu Picchu, and then she made her way to the coast to Lima, Peru. And that was a difficult journey for a young llama. But she got there and she stowed away on a tramp steamer for San Francisco. And so when she was on the tramp steamer, she fell in with a rough bunch. And when she docked in San Francisco, these people took advantage of Lucy, and somehow she got sold to Amazon. So she was in an Amazon facility. And that's where I found her. I found her on Amazon. I had to look through a whole bunch of llamas, let me tell you. And but she just caught my eye. I loved her little face. She's soft. She's going to sit on the little bedside table with me at every Airbnb or place I'm at. So yeah. Anyway, Lucy. And I think her full name is Lucia Maria Caterina Alvarez. That's her full Keltamaj. I know the llama was trafficked. Okay. And I'm not making fun of trafficking at all here, but yeah. So anyway, I adopted her and she was very happy. We've just been talking nonstop now for 3-4 days because she wants to. And the thing is, because she was raised on the slopes of Machu Picchu, she's bilingual because there was a lot of English tourists there who interacted with her. So I didn't have to teach her English. And she's very excited about going to Europe. She's wanted to see the world. And so she's just, I don't own her. I'm just, I'm her caretaker. And she may go on to greener pastures someday. So, yes, I know. Well, she's Spanish of heritage. But anyway, yeah, she's the bilingual llama, Lucy. Yeah. Anyway, so I know. She's great. So anyway, that's her little backstory. She will have stories to tell on our trip, I'm sure. I'm going to be sitting in cafes and I'll whip Lucy out of my oversized purse. And she'll have a croissant with me. So, because she's an herbivore, she's not going to eat meat. So, anyway, I know it would be a good children's book story, wouldn't it? Lucy the llama. Well, she's not going to have her own YouTube channel, but she will feature prominently on mine. And I'll post community posts sometimes with just a picture of Lucy somewhere with something like historic in the background. So that'll be her contribution. She actually has to work for her food. I mean, we're on a budget here. So, yeah, I wanted to find a little pack for her to put on her her back. Llamas carry little packs, because I just thought she should be pulling her own weight on this trip. Anyway, I just had to introduce her to you guys. I really enjoy, what? I used to love stuffed animals. I mean, I didn't have like a gazillion of them, but I've always liked stuffed animals. And I don't have any. I haven't had any for like 7, 8 years. And I thought, wow, I was so excited when she arrived. And I was like, I've missed having a stuffed animal around. Not that I'm crazy and think that they can really talk, but I doesn't mean I can't talk to her. Yeah, a little backpack, or a little like, saddlebags thing. Well, they can scan her and tell she's fine. She doesn't You're not carrying anything suspicious, right, Lucy? Anyway, guys, I just had to share her with you because I just thought Lucy needs a job. Well, she's my assistant. She does have a job. I have a YouTube channel, and she's my assistant, and sometimes on camera model. Yeah. So she has a job. Yeah. I was not going to just let her do nothing. She wants to travel the world. I can't keep her down. You can't keep a good llama down. Yeah, exactly, John the Whisk. Well, she was purchased from an Amazon facility, so she doesn't need a passport or a visa. So, oh no, I got to keep her away from the guys. World full of music. Yeah, she's still a fairly young llama. I mean, she's a young adult, but she doesn't need any of those guy llamas at this point in her life. So, yeah, eventually. Lucy could carry chocolates. I know. Wouldn't it be hysterical to have a little like saddle pack that you could put one chocolate on each side? She could be my chocolate mule. Not a mule, a llama, but yeah. Oh no, that's okay, Carmela. I think I appreciate though. I since I don't even have a box where you can send anything. Yeah. And even if you could, I wouldn't get it when I'm overseas. So anyway, I just she'll be going on the trip. Yeah, I would have liked her maybe a little bit smaller, but they either had like really tiny llamas that were just really small, and I just thought, no, I want her to have an impact. I want her to have an impact on the channel, and she keeps me company. So that's good. Oh, Frank, that's great. A promise to go to France for your husband. That's wonderful. Yeah, I can't. Yeah, I can't. You wouldn't believe how many comments are whizzing by, so I can't always keep up with the comments. But okay. Thank you guys for sending wishes to Frank. Yeah, Devon, exactly. Your friend had a little lamb. Yeah. I forget who suggested the llama in last Saturday's chat. Somebody did, because I'd already been thinking about like, but I wanted something unusual. I wanted an unusual animal. I didn't want like just like, a cat or a dog or bear or, something like that. I wanted something different. And so that's why the llama. I was amazed. You wouldn't believe how many llamas like they have for sale on Amazon. It's crazy. And so anyway. Yeah, Amazon facility. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I missed your thing last, Astor. I saw it, but I didn't have a chance to respond. It's a complicated birth sign because I'm a Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, if that makes any sense. I'm literally on the cusp of a Scorpio and Sagittarius, like literally 15 minutes between the signs. It's that close. And then my rising sign is the same way between Sagittarius and Capricorn. So I embrace all three because I'm really like that. And then my moon's in Libra. So, and I'm not a big, we talked about this a few weeks ago on the chat. I'm not a big, I'm not, I, I give some credence to astrology, obviously, because I know something about it, but I'm not a big, I'm not in depth in it. So anyway. Okay. Oh, Bronwyn, you have a New Zealand Teddy Alexander for 16 years. Wow. That's great. Do you take photos of him with things too? Like on Instagram or anything like that? No, Devon, I have not. Didn't the planets align or something? Have they already aligned? There's something like that happened. Yeah, in Chinese astrology, I was born in the year of the horse. So, no, not a Virgo. My son's a Virgo, and I've had several friends that are Virgos, but no, not at all a Virgo. But I think it's that Capricorn side of me that comes out. So, oh, 6 alignments, MSR. Oh, it's okay, visible for, yeah, I heard about it. I just haven't looked. We haven't had really super clear skies here in the last week, a lot of clouds and stuff. So I don't know if I would have seen it without having a telescope or something like that. So, anyway, okay, well, I'm going to open it up to any other questions you guys have for me today. Like I said, we got 4 weeks to go till the big trip. So let me have another sip of green tea. And yeah, I am that the Capricorn side of me, supposedly as you get older, you become more your rising sign. And since my rising sign is mostly, it's Sagittarius and Capricorn, but I think it's a little more Capricorn on that side of the line. I think that's why. Hi, Jean. Yeah, you're a Capricorn. I love Capricorns. I actually do. I both men and women. I've always enjoyed having friends, or I even had relationships with Capricorn. So I like that sign. Oh, Maureen's asking a good question for, well, let me answer the quick one from Leanne. I'm just staying in Paris 4 days before I go to Perpignan. Maureen's asking a question for the entire chat room. What's the best thing that happened to you this week? Okay, everyone chime in. Oh, wow, Suzanne, you have a lot of Capricorn there. Huh. Yeah, I would think a Gemini Sagittarius would be a good connection because uh Sagittarius, I like the Sagittarius side of me is the traveler side of me. They're the people that like to travel. So yeah. Okay, best thing, sold a painting. Oh, Carol, nothing's good happened. Oh, Noreen having the weekend off work. Devon, sorry that's been a tough week. That's good, Dennis, that your house made it through the cold. Oh, Edie, your birthday was on the 23rd. Everybody say happy birthday to Edie. Birthday was just 2 days ago. Um, Esther celebrated a friend's 97th birthday. Charles says, I did not fall. Hey, that's always a good week when you don't have an industrial accident of any kind, especially as you get older. So, yeah, MSR. Yeah. I have mostly earth and water. No, I have all four. Whatever. I can't say that. Just oh, a trader at the checkout person told you have a soothing voice. Oh, that's nice. Thank you guys for saying happy birthday to Edie. Double cusp, Cancer, Leo, and Virgo moon. Okay. Nearby. Oh, you're in Southern California. Oh, I'm glad the fire was extinguished near you. That is so scary what's been happening there. It really is. Best thing, Susan says, long talk with a good friend. Your air conditioner got fixed, Amy. We had a bunch of happy birthdays for Edie. Thank you guys. Well, maybe before I leave, Astra, I'll play something else on my guitar before I sell it. So, Lisa got a new kitchen stove. Oh, you got your lost Christmas card, James. I'm glad. And Jennifer got plane tickets for a retreat. Bunch more happy birthdays for Edie. Irene got to see her granddaughter and son. Oh, that sounds like a good time. Oh, Bronwyn, yeah. You had 2 days of cooler weather. Good. Hopefully this is the hottest part of the summer for you guys down there. Mima got a new drawer for clothes and a shoe rack. Liddell, I know. It's a little company. So let me think about what's the best thing that happened this week. I don't know. It might have been getting Lucy because she really perked me up. It was nice going to Reno, though, too. I went with a friend who drove us because I don't have a car. And we had a nice lunch at Cheesecake Factory, which I haven't eaten at a Cheesecake Factory in probably 7-8 years. So I had a really nice lunch. It was a beautiful day. So I would say that was kind of the highlight of my week. Okay. Edie, did you do something nice for your birthday? Hopefully. She is. Yeah. Lucy is adorably cute, and she knows it too. She does. She's already seen herself on camera, and she's just like full of it. She's going to want to raise at some point. She's going to want an extra croissant or something. Yeah, exactly, Maureen. It is a good choice with these animals like this. They don't have to, no other. I had to pay about $15 to buy her. Other than that, no extra charges. And Maria met up with some friends. Hi, Shirley. I'm good. How are you? I am good. I'm always good if I'm on a live stream. Oh, Leanne eating at a Chinese restaurant overlooking the Rhine River. That sounds lovely. I'd love to take one of the boats down the Rhine and see the castles and stuff on the hills and stuff someday. Lucy wants a beret. No, you never wear a beret in France. I don't care even if you're a llama. No beret. I know, Leanne. Well, we'll see. I'm going to be in Germany. I don't know if I'm going to get to do that. We'll see if I would think maybe the end of September, I might be back in Germany. So maybe that would be a good time to go in the fall, I think. So, I'm wearing a packable light down jacket overseas with me. And because I had to get something that could easily pack. and it wouldn't be too bulky. So it's not as heavy as my normal like down coat that I've had for a few years. But yeah, it definitely have a coat that should keep me fine. Yeah, only in the military do the French have a beret anymore. So yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, I have gloves, Edie. Yeah, I'm good. I think the climate in the winter, of course, it's going to be kind of heading towards spring by the time I get there, but I think it's going to be similar uh, where I've lived before. So I'm kind of aware of the temperature there. And yeah, I have light gloves that I actually use here, where it's actually we're in a mountain climate here, so it does get chilly. So anyway, so thank you guys for sharing what was the best thing in your week and stuff. That's great. Any other questions for me? We got a few minutes still. Uh, Anxiety guy. Yes. I went to Paris a little over 20 years ago for a 9-day visit. And so I've seen a lot in Paris. So fortunately, I don't have to do a lot of Paris anymore. But yeah. And then I was there when I was 3.5, 4 years old, and I only have a couple of memories of that. So technically, I've been in France twice before. Yeah, let's move to France. Yeah, I have not heard anything about the appeal, but I don't really expect to. I've heard that if they don't approve you, you sometimes don't even hear. Like if just weeks or months go by and you haven't heard anything, it's usually like a refusal. Anyway. Oh, really, Edie? Yeah. Well, and if I end up staying longer, if I'm there in the fall, it looks like I can stay into next year. I probably might have to buy another coat over there, depending on what part of the Europe I'm in. So anyway. Oh, Maureen asked about attracted to France. It was interesting. I was watching another one of my favorite YouTubers who just did a video on this. Jay Swanson does a wonderful, he lives in Paris. He just became a dual citizen as a French citizen and American. And yes, T Cash Scotland is on my list. I should be there in June. So anyway, but he was talking about what attracted him to France. I've always been attracted, I think, because I had early memories there. Well, I've always been attracted to Europe in general because I lived there as a child. So I think my early exposure to it is what kind of prompted that. But I started studying French when I was in 7th grade. And I just, we would learn all about the history and the culture and stuff like that too. So I just was always interested in France, and I always felt, and once I became somewhat fluent in it, I guess by the time I was in the Peace Corps at 22, I just wanted to live in France someday. It was just a thing. It's been a thing for at least 40 something years. So yes, I would like to do that one moment in time. We'll see. When I'm in certain places, I'll put out an announcement if somebody wants to just meet up with me at like a coffee, patisserie, coffee place, something like that. And so hopefully I will get to meet some of you over there. Um, let's see. Oh, Leah, thank you. Yeah, and I'm hoping, I mean, we'll see. The plan is that I'm going to apply to some country over there for residency. I just don't know if it's going to be France again or something else. So we'll just see. We'll see. It all depends on my income this year. It really does. It just, unfortunately, I can't make a decision about it until I know what my income is going to be for the year, because hopefully I'd be able to apply next time, maybe for the entrepreneurial visa for France, and I'd get approved. But I think it will just depend. And there are some countries where I can get easier residency. So I might do that instead and then just go over to France, every 3 months to see another part of France. So, we'll just see. We'll just see. Oh yes, Susan, I'm very aware of Albania. I know I can live there for a year without getting a resident visa, and I think you can actually just get an apartment then. I don't have to live in an Airbnb for a year. I can get an apartment for the year. So I might be doing that. I don't know. So oh, that's great. You're going back to France, Sue. Yeah, the world is in flux, Maureen. That's for sure. There's a lot of scary stuff going on, and we'll just have to see what this next year looks like. I don't know. I'm hoping that we're entering a strange period in our world's history right now. I think I was kind of hoping I never had to deal with that, but apparently we do. So I'm not sure about that, Ileana. I thought Montenegro was in the Schengen zone now. I will double check that, but I'm not sure about that. I know Albania isn't, but like Bulgaria just became part of it, and so did I can't remember the other country. And they're actually saying that Cyprus will be part of the Schengen zone by the end of this year. So they're just, they're just consuming countries into that zone, and there's fewer places to go now than there used to be. Because you used to be able to go to Bulgaria. You actually used to even be able to go to Croatia as part of non-Schengen, and Romania. No, Romania is part of the Schengen now. Oh, that's what you're saying. Yeah, that was the other country that just became part of that. Exactly. Let's see. No, we gotta stay frosty. I watch a couple of YouTube channels that talk about that. I have to stay frosty, which I guess means alert and aware. So yeah, I'm gonna be. I mean, maybe it's better I'm not living in one place over there in the first few months, and that I am going to travel around, because I think in some ways, well, first of all, I'm going to see a lot more. Would it be cheaper to be able to have just stayed in one spot? Yeah, definitely. But you know, I got to make it work. John, do they make stuffed Bigfoots? Probably they do. You're right. No, I'm not getting a stuffed Bigfoot, but I appreciate it. I appreciate the suggestion. Okay, any other questions? Yeah, Eliana, oh, I actually do watch some other channels from expatriates over there who talk about, they do slow travel and things like that, and they're older. So I don't know if I'm in Centreville when I'm in Perpignan, Jim. I think I'm staying kind of on the east side of the city. I mean, it's still in the town, in the city, but I don't think it's in Centreville. But yeah, it's a quieter little. I mean, it's a city streets, but it's a little quieter area. I think it's not that far. Like probably half a mile to walk to where the castle is there in Perpignan. So yeah. Oh, that's great, Emma. You've been in New Zealand for 20 years. How do you like that? I that's that's my most distant country I have to visit in the world at some point. Maybe next year I can go to New Zealand. Just for a visit. I mean, I'd probably only go for like maybe as much as a month. I don't know. But I don't. Dennis, Dennis, see, you're a backstory teller too. You're expecting Lucy to play hard to get. Yeah, she's an elusive. Well, she is already very worldly. Okay, I mean, when you've made it to the coast and you've gotten on a tramp steamer and you've hitched or stowed away on the to the U.S. I mean, you've learned some stuff. So, oh, thanks, story of her life. Coulior, 20-minute train ride. Yeah, I'm going to be doing little short day trips while I'm in Perpignan to go just to maybe one overnight to Barcelona because it's only about an hour and a half on the train to Barcelona. So I might do an overnight there, but I'm going to be doing little short trips on the train just to go to surrounding areas. James, thank you for the Lucy emojis. Those are adorable. Yeah, I'm actually, well, I'm hoping if I go to New Zealand, I probably will eh, kind of take a series of different like visits on the way there. In other words, I might go to, I'm not sure yet. I want to go to Japan at some point too. I would still like to go to Japan as well, which I guess is also very far away. But yeah, I'm hoping not to fly to New Zealand from the US because it's just that's a brutal long trip on the plane. So yeah, I'd like to go to Andorra. I'm not sure there's a train. If anybody's in the chat that knows this, I thought I looked it up. I'm not sure I can get a train from Perpignan to Andorra. I know you can take the bus, but I don't. I think what I was looking at, you almost have to go to Spain and then take the train to Andorra from there. So anyway, if anybody knows if there's a direct train to Andorra from Perpignan, that'd be great. Yeah, Jan, and Japan is one of the safest places for solo women in particular. Like you never have to feel afraid in Japan, apparently. So that's really nice. Plus, they still, although I am going to be sharing a shocking thing about Japan, something about the culture in next week's video. That's a teaser for you. I know that sounds weird, but there is something that I saw a news story on this and it really shocked me. So, yeah. Yeah, exactly, Maureen. Yeah, I mean, this flight to France from San Francisco is 10 and a half hours. That's like the longest I've ever taken. I think when I flew from Phoenix to Germany back 20 something years ago, I think it was around 10 hours too. But yeah. Yes, thanks, Bronwyn. Yeah, I know it's your home country. Yeah, see, I don't love flying, Maureen. This is going to be, you guys know that I'm not a drinker, right? I've shared that on the channel. I don't drink. I mean, it's not that I never drink, but I just don't drink. I just don't enjoy alcohol and I rarely do it. Like maybe once a year, maybe twice a year. Anyway, well, I don't have any kind of special medication for this flight to France coming up. So I'm going to have a drink in the airport before I get on the plane. That's my sedation. I have to be a bit sedated to enjoy flying at all. So yeah, I'll be drinking. Yeah, the Benadryl does something weird to me though. It's not a real comfortable feeling. So yeah. No, I'm not going to be drunk. I will just have like one drink and I will be high from that. Just one drink. So because I don't drink. So I figure, I'd have to do that to get on this plane. So no, I can't get a tranquilizer, Jean. I don't even have a doctor right now. So that's what I used to do. I actually have had tranquilizers to fly before because they really do. It works really well for me. But yeah, I don't have a doctor, can't get, and they don't like to give them out anymore, which I totally understand. I don't take one regularly. So, but yeah. John's asking, is it expensive to go overseas by ship? Depends. I think you could go on um, like a container ship or something. They sometimes take passengers, and I think that's maybe cheaper. But no, I actually looked into it. I looked into it originally about maybe just taking the QE2 across the Atlantic. But and it's nice because it's like a 7-day trip or something, 6-7 day trip, but it ends up being more really. So just fly. Yeah, I'm pretty I'm pretty high with one drink, so I think I should get, and it calms me down when I do drink. I mean, it does sedate me, so that's the intended effect. I'm not going to drink on the plane. Just drinking before, like an hour before I get on the plane. So yeah, Leah, you know what? I don't enjoy wine. That's a no. It's going to be it's almost a travesty to go to Europe and not enjoy wine. But I don't. I just don't. I've never been a big wine person. I never was really much of a beer person at all. I even in college, I think the only thing I really drank was beer, but I never really loved beer. So yeah. Just no, I think my drink of choice, the only drink I really enjoy at all is a White Russian. That's what I'll be having at the airport bar. Vodka, Kahlua, and cream. That's my preferred drink because I don't like things that taste a lot like alcohol because I don't really like alcohol. So that's my. Isn't that the drink that the dude drinks? And I was so funny when that movie came out because I had the first time I had a White Russian was probably when I was 23, 24 years old. So yeah, the dude abides. That's right, Devon. Yeah, the dude abides. It is an awesome drink. Yeah, yeah. What it is the cream takes away a lot of the alcohol taste of it, so you still get the punch from the Kahlua and the vodka, but you don't have the that taste, that you get with alcohol. So anyway, I'm just sharing with you. That's what I'm going to have. So, and hopefully, I will be calm enough to make it through the flight without a meltdown. So anyway, all right, well, let's wrap it up for today. If anybody else has not hit the like button, hit the like button, guys. We shared a lot today, gave you a little inspiration. We had some humor. We met Lucy. Say bye, Lucy. Bye. I love those eyelashes. They have the cutest eyelashes. So yeah, Lucy, anyway, I'll be here next Saturday. There will be a video up Tuesday, probably one Friday as well. It is a busy week for me. This is the week I mean, I'm at 4 weeks. I got so much to do now. So yes, Edie, I booked my seat. Oh, I also booked the Eurostar this week after my unfortunate credit card incident. I did get a Eurostar ticket for May 25th. I'm going to be taking the Eurostar from Brussels to London. So yeah, well, I'm going to see what I can find her, Noreen, before the trip. We'll see. But yeah, anyway. Oh, she appreciates all you guys' love. Lucy does. Thank you, guys. I mean, that's the best Lucy voice I can come up with. No, MSR, I did not upload yesterday. There will be one Tuesday, though. So anyway, thank you all. Have a wonderful week. Have a good rest of your weekend. Thank you all for being here. It was a really fun live stream. And thanks for the hearts you guys are sending up over there. Somebody is. And yeah. Well, Lucy appreciates such an international bunch on there. And, she her whole dream is to see the world. So maybe when I'm done traveling, I'll have to pass Lucy off to someone else who's going to far flung, locations. And because she needs to see that's her life. So anyway, have a wonderful week and look for my video on Tuesday. Thank you all so much. Big thumbs up to all of you today. And we'll see you next Saturday for another live stream. Okay? Bye.